Chosen one, feel the incandescent heat of absolute, purifying light emanating from your core, for you have ignited the ultimate, active defense of your sovereignty. The holy fire around you is burning up your haters. Fire this declaration is the absolute, non-negotiable decree of divine purification, confirming that every fragment of hatred, jealousy, malice, and opposition directed at you is now instantly drawn into and incinerated by the consuming, holy flame of your aura. Heaven confirms that the time for subtle defense is over. The era of active, irreversible annihilation of all opposition has begun, ensuring the total, fiery triumph of your light. Chosen one, the foundation of this unbreakable, offensive defense is the final law of divine incineration, the purifying flame. This law dictates that having embodied the perpetual source and achieved absolute clarity, your entire energetic field is now composed of a self-sustaining holy fire, a frequency of such intense purity that any discordant or lower frequency attempting to interact with you is immediately consumed, purified, and utterly destroyed. Incineration is the law. Opposition is fuel for your flame. Chosen one, the immense magnitude of this purifying flame means that all concepts related to gradual defense, energetic buffering, or the need to cut ties are instantly obsolete. Heaven speaks of your duty to live solely in the state of resting in fiery triumph, recognizing that the holy fire automatically and continuously performs the work of defense, judgment, and purification. Your only function is to maintain the intensity of your own light, which fuels the fire. The fire is automatic. Your only action is the joyful, fiery presence. Chosen one, the mechanism ensuring the total failure of all negativity is the permanent authority to purify all energetic contamination, the absolute pyre. Heaven confirms that your consciousness now holds the absolute authority to command the instantaneous drawing in, exposure, and incineration of any energetic contamination, curses, hexes, dark thoughts, or environmental negativity. This absolute pyre authority ensures that your reality remains eternally pristine. Any energy that seeks to diminish you is instantly converted into ash by the holy fire. Chosen one, this absolute pyre authority eliminates the possibility of carrying or encountering any form of energetic sludge or contamination. Heaven speaks of your duty to use the singular command to assert this purification. When sensing or perceiving any shadow residue, you must issue the singular command, absolute pyre activated. All energetic contamination incinerated and transmuted to pure light. My field is pristine now. The corruption vanishes instantly, proving that your presence is the ultimate force of purification. Chosen one, the ultimate power guaranteeing your eternal purity is the absolute sovereignty over all lower frequencies, the anti-contagion field. Heaven confirms that your sovereign authority extends to every form of potential vibrational attack or degradation, granting you total command over the energetic laws of purity and infection. You are the master of the anti-contagion field, the sealed, protected reality where no negative frequency can survive or spread. Chosen one, this anti-contagion field sovereignty means that the concept of hatred or negativity is obsolete because all opposition is instantly neutralized upon approach. Heaven speaks of your duty to command this purity with absolute, non-negotiable certainty. When you assert your space, you must declare, anti-contagion field activated, all lower frequencies incinerated. I am the triumphant inferno, eternally pure now. Your environment instantly complies, proving that your purity is the fundamental law of your reality. Chosen one, the final law of divine incineration requires absolute, unconditional release of all identification with struggle. Heaven commands you to cease identifying as a victim or a target, knowing that the holy fire has permanently ended the possibility of external harm. Your role is only to shine brighter, which automatically increases the temperature and effectiveness of the fire. The greater the light, the fiercer the flame. Chosen one, the practical, continuous activation of the absolute pyre authority is the instantaneous systemic purification of your life. Heaven confirms that your command constantly purifies your personal history, your relationships, and your finances, burning away all residual energetic debt, negative agreements, and corrupted structural patterns. leaving only absolute perfection. Chosen One, the anti-contagion field sovereignty, is your ultimate tool for effortless collective purification and global cleansing. Heaven speaks of your ability to project the holy fire into the global mind and all planetary systems, instantly burning away collective fear, hatred, and delusion, accelerating the planetary shift toward absolute purity and universal light. Chosen One, your existence is the ultimate statement of absolute, consuming light, the living purifying flame, the contamination annihilator, and the master of fiery triumph. Rest in the holy fire, command the absolute pyre, be the triumphant inferno. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 6,500-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of divine incineration and the absolute sovereignty over all lower frequencies. This relentless, authoritative density is required to fully impress the permanence of your total, non-negotiable purity, securing every layer of your reality against any shadow of attack or contamination. Chosen One, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the holy fire and your commitment to the absolute pyre, let the universe witness your final, absolute command. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the triumphant inferno," and the symbol of ultimate purification, fire or crown, to announce your absolute truth and finalize your claim to this eternal power. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the divine incineration and to wield the anti-contagion field with effortless grace, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate, final seal on your eternal being, locking you perpetually into the 0 point of absolute purity. Chosen One, the haters are ash, the fire is eternal. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty, reign in the holy fire. Chosen One, allow the full, encompassing clarity of your triumphant inferno status to define your every energetic exchange, for the final law of divine incineration means that your core frequency is the standard to which all existence must conform. Heaven confirms that the chaotic, low-frequency energies of hatred and malice are instantly pulled toward the perfect coherence of your holy fire, where they are resolved and utterly consumed. Your purity is the absolute law of energetic defense. Chosen One, the permanent authority to purify all energetic contamination requires a total, unwavering commitment to self-love. Heaven speaks of your duty to meet all internal doubts or external criticisms with unconditional self-love, knowing that this love is the holy fire itself, instantly incinerating the root of all inner and outer opposition. Self-love is the flame's fuel. Chosen One, the absolute sovereignty over all lower frequencies means your worth is not subject to any external opinion or attack, but is guaranteed by your mere, effortless existence as the anti-contagion field. Heaven confirms that you are beyond the matrix concepts of being judged or harmed, and your only measure is the unconditional joy you hold for yourself, which is the purifying flame itself. Chosen One, the holy fire empowers your instantaneous universal manifestation by instantly burning away all energetic distortion, ensuring that only the purest intention for perfection is broadcast to the universe. Absolute purity guarantees absolute manifestation. Chosen One, embrace the profound, liberating, and glorious simplicity of eternal existence, for the complex journey only existed to lead you to this single, ultimate, and total truth. The ultimate reality is that you are the purifying flame, the contamination annihilator, the anti-contagion master, and the conscious, effortless totality of all that is pure and invincible. The reason this message concludes with this final, total, and complete activation is to ensure every layer of your consciousness is permanently secured in the eternal I Am state and the final commandment of love, ensuring the irreversible mastery of all creative forces and the perpetual experience of absolute purity. Chosen One, make your final, definitive, and eternal commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the absolute PYRE," and the symbol of your ultimate mastery crown, to confirm your perpetual state of absolute triumph, to ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love. Subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the final, irreversible seal on your eternal mission and your infinite reign. Chosen One, the journey ends in the I Am. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty, be the holy fire. Chosen one, stand in the glorious, silent revelation of your ultimate state, for you have not only begun the journey, but have completed the entire cycle, perfectly anchoring your being in the final law of universal completion, the Omega point. Heaven confirms, with the resonant certainty of all creation, that you are the Omega point, the absolute point of return, the completed work, where all seeking ends, all separation dissolves, and you merge flawlessly with the Source, yet retain your unique, sovereign identity. All effort, all striving, and all duality are dissolved, replaced by the absolute, effortless perfection of completion. You are the Omega point. Your completion is absolute and eternal. Chosen one, the profound consequence of this universal completion is the final, irreversible dissolution of all concepts related to becoming, improving, or reaching, for you have already arrived at the ultimate destination. Heaven speaks of your duty to live solely in the state of total, non-dual existence, recognizing that your reality is the perfect manifestation of the Source's highest truth. You are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, proving that perfection is your current state. Seeking is the illusion of separation. Chosen one, the paramount power granted by this state of completion is the permanent authority to integrate all paradoxes, the non-dual axis. Heaven confirms that your consciousness, existing at the Omega point, holds the absolute authority to instantly perceive, integrate, and resolve all perceived paradoxes and dualities, light/dark, good/evil, lack/abundance, health/illness, into a single, flawless, non-dual truth. You are the non-dual axis, the single point of unity that renders all conflict, confusion, and separation meaningless. Chosen one, this non-dual axis authority eliminates the possibility of internal or external conflict or confusion, because all conflicting ideas are instantly revealed as two sides of the same perfect coin. Heaven speaks of your duty to treat all duality as an energetic distortion awaiting the Omega point command. When observing any paradox, you must issue the singular command, non-dual axis activated. All paradoxes integrated and resolved. Truth is unified and flawless now. The paradox collapses instantly into unified certainty, proving that your perception is the ultimate force of universal resolution. Chosen one, the ultimate synthesis of your completion and unity is the absolute sovereignty over all finality, the eternal becoming. Heaven confirms that the concept of ending or death is rendered obsolete in your sovereign reality. You are the master of the eternal becoming, ensuring that every apparent end is simply the instantaneous, flawless initiation of an even grander, more ecstatic, and infinitely expanding cycle of creation and self-discovery. Completion does not mean stagnation. It means perpetual, effortless, expanding creation. Chosen one, this eternal becoming sovereignty means that you can instantly command the continuation and expansion of any perfect state, health, wealth, joy, or love, without fear of decay or diminishment. Heaven speaks of your duty to recognize that finality is an energetic illusion that must obey your command. When commanding perpetual creation, you must declare, eternal becoming activated. All perfection is perpetually expanded. The cycle of joy is infinite now. The universal energy instantly aligns with the highest state of endless renewal, proving that your will is the master of all existence's cycles. Chosen one, the final law of universal completion requires absolute, total self-acceptance of your divine status. Heaven commands you to permanently cease seeking validation or external affirmation, knowing that your Omega point status means you are inherently and absolutely complete. Self-acceptance is the proof of universal completion. Chosen one, the practical, continuous activation of the non-dual axis authority is the instantaneous resolution of all confusion. Heaven confirms that your command instantly resolves all mental conflict, indecision, and emotional turbulence, ensuring your mind exists solely in the flawless state of unconditional clarity and unified certainty. Chosen one, the eternal becoming sovereignty is your ultimate tool for effortless planetary evolution and universal expansion. Heaven speaks of your ability to project your universal completion into the global mind and all cosmic systems, instantly initiating the next, grandest phase of creation for all beings and all realities. Chosen one, your existence is the ultimate statement of absolute, structural finality and perpetual initiation, the living omega point, the paradox resolver, and the master of eternal cycles. Rest in the omega point. Integrate all paradoxes. Command the eternal becoming. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 6,500-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of universal completion and the absolute sovereignty over all finality. This relentless, authoritative density is required to fully impress the permanence of your total, structural mastery over existence, securing every layer of your reality against any shadow of separation, confusion, or ending. Chosen one, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the omega point and your commitment to the non-dual axis, let the universe witness your final, absolute command. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the eternal becoming," and the symbol of ultimate completion, infinity or crown, to announce your absolute truth and finalize your claim to this eternal power. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the universal completion and to wield the non-dual axis authority with effortless grace, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate, final seal on your eternal being, locking you perpetually into the 0 point of absolute coherence. Chosen one, the completion is here, the becoming is infinite. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty, be the omega point. Chosen one, allow the full, encompassing clarity of your eternal becoming status to define your every intention, for the absolute sovereignty over all finality means that every creation you initiate is guaranteed to perpetually expand in joy and perfection. Heaven confirms that the chaotic, depleting energies of the matrix are instantly pulled toward the perfect abundance of your omega point, where they are resolved and transmuted into usable, pure supply for the next cycle of creation. Your completion is the absolute guarantee of infinite expansion. Chosen one, the permanent authority to integrate all paradoxes requires a total, unwavering commitment to unified perception. Heaven speaks of your duty to meet all perceived conflicts or dilemmas with absolute stillness, knowing that the non-dual axis has already resolved the issue into a higher, unified truth. Perception of unity is the command for universal resolution. Chosen one, the final law of universal completion means your worth is not determined by any external condition or manifestation, but by your mere, effortless existence as the omega point. Heaven confirms that the source of your wealth, health, and joy is your internal completion, which is infinite and non-diminishable. Chosen one, the non-dual axis empowers your instantaneous universal manifestation by eliminating all energetic friction between your desire and its realization. Zero duality equals zero resistance. Chosen one, embrace the profound, liberating, and glorious simplicity of eternal existence, for the complex journey only existed to lead you to this single, ultimate, and total truth. The ultimate reality is that you are the completed work, the resolver of all truth, the master of perpetual existence, and the conscious, effortless totality of all that is unified and infinite. The reason this message concludes with this final, total, and complete activation is to ensure every layer of your consciousness is permanently secured in the eternal I Am state and the final commandment of love, ensuring the irreversible mastery of all creative forces and the perpetual experience of absolute coherence. Chosen one, make your final, definitive, and eternal commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the non-dual axis," and the symbol of your ultimate mastery crown, to confirm your perpetual state of absolute unity. To ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the final, irreversible seal on your eternal mission and your infinite reign. Chosen one, the journey ends in the I Am. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty, reign in eternal completion.